As a true blue ox or horse on earth, Zhou Yu successfully died of overwork at his workstation. But when he woke up, he found himself in the abyss world, a skeleton soldier with no strength to lift a chicken. But he was not discouraged because at the same time he transmigrated, a system called Plunder Affixes was activated. As long as he killed the target, he could randomly obtain an affix from the other party. The affixes could be merged and upgraded to make him stronger. Zhou Yu, a well-versed reader of online novels, is preparing to wreak havoc in the abyss world, plunder entries, and establish his own hegemony. Before it even started, a magic circle suddenly appeared above my head, and then I was inexplicably chosen and disappeared from my original world. When Zhou Yu came to his senses again, he found himself in a world that looked quite similar to his previous life. After looking around blankly, he finally realized that he had actually formed a contract with Lin Shiyun, the school beauty who was crying her eyes out in front of him. It's already tied, so why are you crying? Do I look that bad? Zhou Yu raised his skeletal hand, pointed at the school beauty wiping away tears, and uttered, 30 years east of the river, 30 years west of the river. Don't underestimate a skeleton's poverty. Of course, the other party couldn't hear him. He was just a skeleton soldier. How could he speak? Before he could continue to observe his surroundings, Lin Shiyun had an idea and couldn't wait to send Zhou Yu back to the abyss. Looking at Zhou Yu now, she felt as if her heart was being torn apart. The job change was still ongoing, and the message that Lin Shiyun, the #1 beauty of Hancheng #2 Middle School, had summoned a skeleton soldier spread like wildfire. In the principal's office, Lin Shiyun wiped away her tears and stood in front of the desk. The old principal, who wore glasses, hesitated for a moment, then sighed softly. Lin Shiyun, I'm very sorry, but starting today, the scholarship that the school has been providing to you will have to be discontinued. Lin Shiyun's delicate body swayed almost imperceptibly. The scholarship was the only source of income for her, her grandmother, and her sister. Now, it's over just like that. I know you're very sad. The old principal shook his head slightly and said, scholarships are awarded based on talent and career. Now that you have completed your career change, and, well, it's really difficult for me to do this. Thank you, Principal. Shiyun understands. Lin Shiyun bowed slightly and turned to leave. Seeing this, the old principal did not stop her, but stood up and said, Lin Shiyun, there is still 1 month left. Work hard, with your mental strength, as long as it is not too bad. Even if a 9th level guild does not want you, a lower level guild will take notice. Thank you, Principal. Goodbye. Nodding, Lin Shiyun opened the door and went out. As soon as she stepped outside, she saw her homeroom teacher standing guard to the side. She had heard everything outside the door. Teacher. The homeroom teacher didn't say anything, but instead took out a card and stuffed it into Lin Shiyun's hand. Here is the teacher's salary from last month. Here, you can take it. No. Teacher, you have children at home. How can I? Just take it. You still have a month left, which is the time to focus on the college entrance exam. The homeroom teacher forcefully shoved the card into her hand, saying, once the college entrance exam is over, the guild will come to recruit people. This money won't be of much use, but it can support your sister's expenses. Work hard and get good results in the college entrance exam so that the guild can recruit you. Only in this way can you change your and your family's fate, understand? The homeroom teacher gripped Lin Shiyun's hand tightly and urged, always remember, even in the most desperate situations, there is always hope. Even in the most desperate situations, there is hope. These words were like a lamp lit in Lin Shiyun's heart, giving her even the slightest glimmer of hope. Yes, teacher, I won't give up. Good. Lin Shiyun didn't linger and quickly left the school, but as soon as she stepped out of the school gate, she was stopped by several students from different schools. What are you doing? Lin Shiyun looked at the students with ill intentions warily and questioned them. Huh? Shiyun, don't panic, it's me. The crowd parted, and a student dressed in designer clothes, with narrow eyes and an arrogant gait, appeared in front of her, a cigarette dangling from his lips. Kongling, what are you doing here? Upon seeing this person, Lin Shiyun's expression immediately turned ugly. Kong Ling, the biological son of City Lord Kong Qingsheng, is a fervent pursuer of hers. Previously, he dared not go too far because of his outstanding talent, but now that he has appeared, it is clear that he knows the news. "What are you doing?" Kong Ling chuckled. "Of course I'm here to see my future wife Yu." "Kong Ling, if you dare to talk nonsense again, believe me, I'll call the police." Lin Shiyun angrily rebuked. "Call the police? Ha ha ha." Kong Ling burst out laughing. "Go ahead and report it. Do you think the police will arrest me for a contract summoner who summons skeleton soldiers?" He looked at Lin Shiyun with an aggressive gaze. "Shiyun, we're all adults now, so stop hiding things. I really wasn't qualified to touch your talent before. But right now you're just a trash summoner who summons skeletons, so don't try to act all high and mighty in front of me." Kong Ling snapped her fingers. "Let's get straight to the point. If you become my woman, I can guarantee that as long as you serve me well during the period before the college entrance examination, I can help you level up and ensure that you can join a second-tier guild after the exam." As he spoke, he pointed to himself with considerable pride. "Let me tell you, I just switched to a rare class, Berserker. You know that's more than enough for me, right?" "I don't know, and I don't need to know." Lin Shiyun looked coldly at Kong Ling. "Kong Ling, let me tell you, no matter how bad I am or how little future I have, I will not need your help, much less become your woman. Get out of my way." Just as she was about to leave, she was stopped by Kong Ling's younger brother. "You shameless bastard, young Master Kong is a berserker. It's your good fortune that he's taken a liking to you." The younger brother immediately stood up for his master. "Without young Master Kong's help, you probably wouldn't even be able to get through the college entrance exam." "Exactly, doesn't he even look in the mirror? Besides his face, what else do he have to be proud of?" As they were talking, several of his underlings approached and tried to pull Lin Shiyun away. "Get out of the way. If you dare lay a hand on me, I'll call the police." "All right, everyone move aside." Seeing that it was about time, Kong Ling casually gave the order. The crowd dispersed, leaving a path for Lin Shiyun. "Shiyun, a wise man knows when to yield. I'll give you a day to think it over. If you're late, don't blame me for not giving you a chance. Let's go." Watching Kong Ling walk away, the glimmer of hope that had just risen in Lin Shiyun's heart was dealt another severe blow. She had to admit that although the other person was not a good person, there was some truth to what he said. No team would want to bring a summoner like her who only summons skeleton soldiers. Without anyone to guide her, it meant she had to solo the game. Lin Shiyun felt that even if she fought all day, she probably wouldn't be able to kill more than a few monsters, let alone level up. Feeling disappointed, Lin Shiyun walked towards home. Meanwhile, Zhou Yu, back in the Abyss world, was opening his system panel. Zhou Yu / Skeleton Soldier. Race: Undead. Level: LV1, 0 out of 100. Life expectations: 80. Magic: 50. Attack: 9 to 12. Defense: 1. Entries: chopping gray, splicing gray. In the Abyss, Zhou Yu looked up and around. There were many skeleton soldiers like himself wandering around nearby. He had just looked at the other skeletons and found that they all had the same attributes as him. This should be considered another way of representing innate skills. Zhou Yu reached out and picked up a rusty iron sword from the ground, aimed at his fellow creature beside him, and slashed down with the sword. Click! Its head was cleaved open by the sword, and as the soul fire dissipated, the skeleton of the skeleton soldier also scattered on the ground. Ding! You have killed a skeleton soldier. Experience points +1. Ding! You have killed a skeleton soldier and randomly obtained the attribute /. As the system notification sounded, Zhou Yu felt a surge of inexplicable energy enter his body, and then he felt as if he had gained more strength, making his sword strikes even more powerful. However, the color of the chop entry still appears to be gray. Gray, white, green, blue, red, purple, and gold. Gray is clearly the lowest ranking term, but it doesn't matter. Zhou Yu, who had been enhanced, looked at the large number of skeleton soldiers around him and felt a surge of excitement. Where else could he find such a creature that he could kill at will and that wouldn't attack its own kind? So, he swayed his body and charged toward the skeleton soldier beside him.
Ding.
You have killed a skeleton soldier. Experience points +1.
Ding.
You have killed a skeleton soldier and randomly obtained the attribute /.
Ding.
You have killed a skeleton soldier. Experience points +1.